after 23 months. Let me flip the camera around, and as you can see, everything's looking a bit dry. We've had rain, but nowhere near enough, and Jesus, really dry still. But as you can see, the colour's been and gone really because of the rain. Look, if you look here, the leucanthemums, everywhere is so dry at the moment, and it's quite disheartening really, because the weather is doing damage to the plants. But hey ho, it will green up, you know, once we start getting a bit of rain. As you can see, absolutely, it's like autumn over there. I mean, down that side. So I planted, obviously all the front is what I've planted, all the way down that side is what I've planted. Kitchen garden area over there, that's been a success really. And again, I'm battling, as you can see, I'm battling the weather. Bloody climate change, pain in the arse. Although you do get hot summers, you know, and sadly it's survival of the fittest in the hot summers. Yeah, parsley there, all sorts of different vegetables and stuff. Obviously tomatoes are there, and again the spinach has copped it simply because of the heat. And again, tomatoes there, you can see the tomatoes coming on. Tomatoes down there, there's parsley, chives, thyme, leeks, more tomatoes and peppers and mint, and more tomatoes. Pumpkins here, along with all the fuchsias and forsythias. Like I say, if you look there and there, you can see where the bloody weather's got them. So there we go. Yeah, it is disheartening, but there's not much I can do about it. I literally can't. There's only so much watering and that you can do. And it looks like up here hasn't had the water that we had over at Cockcliffe. Was it Cockcliffe? Which is only about 12 miles away. It's a bit more greener than this. So flip back again. If I can. Yeah, there's the front of Kelham. So it's about 10 to 7 in the morning, just before I start work. So quick walk round, and I do this anyway because it's to check the grounds, make sure there's nothing that shouldn't be in the grounds. And as you can see, it is very green. Look at the horse chestnuts over there. They really are struggling, really struggling. Same with the plants here. I mean, these leucanthemums, I'm gonna have to deadhead them. So that's jumped up into one of my jobs. Dahlias are looking good though. Again, everything is behind or struggling, and it's all down to the rain. Some idiot's been playing golf here, great. But yeah, it would be more, and it should be more colourful, but rain, yeah. I mean, you've got this border here. I put this border, and this is a new border this year. That's a new border. That's a border from the last year. And again, nothing is flowering as it should, simply because of that dreaded R word, rain. So I'm walking down the woodland walk now, and this is my project really for next year. Albeit a cold project at the moment. It's actually quite cool this morning. See, I'm walking down a pathway that, let me flip it back again. There we go. So yeah, this pathway, letting the grass grow naturally each side, trying to nobble the nettles and the brambles. And again, we're going to walk up to this seat, and that seat there is where there's going to be a secret garden. That's the project for one of the projects for this winter. As you can see, it's dry for one, but it's looking weedy. Big Heaven just flew up there. He's a big birdie, he is. But funny how he flies off as quick as anything. But yeah, I've got a lot of work in this area, knocking brambles down and generally trying to get rid of the weeds, to put shrubs and flowers in. It's going to be good, but not make it too much of an ornamental garden. So a garden, but not a garden. you know. And then as we walk round again back down the path, and yeah, as you can see, this would normally be colourful. The weather, even the wildflowers and the grasses don't like this weather, and we're going to need a hell of a lot more rain, and not much on the agenda either. What did I say tomorrow? Thursday when I come back down, I should be bloody watering again, which is great. Gotta be honest, I've had enough of watering recently, and it's all about keeping stuff alive. That's the critical point in all this. It's about keeping it alive until the weather changes. The only downside, the only worry for me is by the time the weather changes, summer's over and we're into autumn, and we've lost summer because the plants haven't had that ability to flower. And like here, this should all be about that height, same as that. And in fall, I mean, this is better here, this stretch under the tree line. It's probably got a bit more moisture here, the tree canopy rather. So there's the kitchen garden at the moment, and to be honest, whilst it is growing, it's not growing anywhere near enough. So that idea is going to be scrapped. I'm going to take all of them up, and then in that field there, as you can see there in front of us, there's that tree there. And basically where the fallen conifer is in the background, a big chunk of that will be the new kitchen garden. So that's another winter project. As you can see, these should be in flower, lovely pink flowers. And again, all down to weather. And I've had to water these chuffers. And like I say, there's only so much watering that you know. Same over there, that should be in flower now. And here's another bed I put in, and again struggling with no water. We must have had less water here than we had at Cockcliff. Yeah, there's veg and stuff in there, but it's really all struggling with the weather. We're on a meter, so you know it is what it is. Rhubarb's doing well then. Strawberries, all this stuff's going to get moved over to the new kitchen garden area once I settle it in, get it set in. And as you can see, look at the grass. The hedge is growing, lovely. But yeah, if you look at the grass, it's a bit dry. And yeah, they definitely haven't had the rain we've had. All looking a bit unhappy. So, and there's the other beds I put in. The verbena is just starting to come alive now, and the peppers hopefully will as well. And it's all very green. It would, in normal times, it would be a lot more advanced. And that really is a show round Kelham. It should be a lot better. But sadly, as you can see on the floor, it's like autumn already, and we're in July. Scary. Cheers all.